What would you do if time disappeared from your life? Imagine driving late at night, only to experience something so bizarre it defies logic. This story has stayed with me, unanswered.
This is a story from 2004. I went to Islamabad for a few days to visit a friend for work. It was January or February, and for the first time, I met my friend's wife. After the usual greetings, we became good friends. I returned home from Islamabad after a week. A few months later, my friend called me and said, "My wife is coming to Karachi to attend her brother's wedding, and their house is in Kaya Defense. Please take some time to show her around Karachi." I agreed, and when she arrived, we planned everything. I took her out for dinner along with her two sisters. Around 11 p.m., while passing through 26th Street on the way to Kaya the rear left tire of my car got punctured near the Kaya turn. It was 11 p.m., and although I had a jack, I didn't have a wheel wrench to loosen the nuts. My sister-in-law and her sisters felt a bit uneasy, but there wasn't much I could do. A kind taxi driver helped me replace the tire. I immediately dropped them home and headed back to my place. The next day, I got the tire repaired, since we had another plan that evening. After an outing, I was dropping my sister-in-law and one of her sisters home. Once again, it was around 11 p.m., and we took the same route. The rear left tire got punctured again, at the exact same spot near Kaya Unfortunately, I still didn't have a wheel wrench. This time, there was no taxi driver to help either. I decided to keep driving. First, I dropped them home, then went to a nearby petrol station to get the tire repaired, and finally drove back home. What happened this night was quite shocking. I was driving my sister-in-law alone toward Kaya It was 11:10 p.m., and as soon as we reached the Kaya turn, the rear left tire punctured again. You might wonder why I hadn't changed the tire altogether. That was my mistake. However, by now, I had purchased a wheel wrench. My friend's wife was completely silent and visibly worried about why. This kept happening at the same spot. She helped me change the tire quickly this time. We finished in 10 minutes because when we checked the time after fixing the tire, it was 11:20 p.m. I dropped her home by 11:25 p.m. She went inside without saying much. It usually takes at least 25 minutes to drive from Kaya to Gulshan-e-Iqbal, so I expected to reach home by midnight. Surprisingly, I reached home in just 12 minutes. When I parked my car and looked at the clock in my house, it showed 11:10 p.m., the exact time when my tire had punctured earlier. I immediately checked the wristwatch on my hand. It also showed 11:10 p.m. I couldn't believe it. I had parked my car at 11:37 p.m., and it was 11:25 p.m. when I dropped my sister-in-law. How did I lose that time? I still can't figure it out. After that day, my sister-in-law declared me a psycho. Later, she divorced my friend. I never found out the reasons for their divorce, but something paranormal seemed to be involved.
Some moments refuse to fade, especially when time itself stands still.